Greetings once again. This is Brother Teacher. I want to first say um, when I do these videos, my purpose, my intent in my heart is to stir your pure conscience so that you can realize that you are an individual and that you control your own destiny. Whether you be male, female, child, irrespective of your ethnicity or your background, where you came from, your place of origin, it doesn't matter. You are an individual and you are entitled to be free. Free from tyranny of a government, free from the social system where people try to dictate and try to define who you are. You have the right and the power to defend who you are and to define who you are, and no one else outside of you. It's that simple. And these messages are designed also to encourage you to try to be your own person for the most part, and to let you know that a lot of things that we've been taught, a lot of things that have been passed down to us, should be questioned, should be challenged, and should be changed once we find out that they are not true and that they don't benefit us, either presently or in our future. It's plain and simple. Okay, and with that said, I want to ask you a question. A lot of you may have seen the television show or series Naked and Afraid. And if you haven't, it is produced by a company where they take two uh, consenting adults, male and female, and they place them on somewhere on the map, either in a foreign country or in the United States, in the wilderness somewhere, for example, in Alaska or in the Everglades somewhere in the United States, be it in Canada, be it in Thailand jungles, or be it in the rainforest somewhere in Costa Rica. It doesn't matter, but they place these two individuals there for 21 days and they see what they're made of and if they can survive off of the land for 21 days. And they're dropped off, male and female, both naked, and they have to learn how to be a team, how to cooperate with one another, and they're given very limited tools to survive. They both get a choice of one item that they can take with them for survival, such as one might have a machete and the other person might have a fire starter. And then they're left there for 21 days and they have to survive literally off of the land. And my question to you today is, can you do that? If you can't do it, why can't you do it? And I want to try to spark some energy from this up here, this gray matter, and get you to think. If you were to be thrust into a situation where you had to be out of doors, out of your home, and not the convenience of four walls around you, the modern convenience of a stove and utilities or electricity and running water, could you survive? Would you survive? And if not, why not? Oftentimes, I believe that when people have been exposed to city life, they are codependent on someone else to help them. For example, if there's an intruder breaking in your home, you push the button on your phone and you dial 911 and you call the police. If you have a fire, you push the button on your phone, you dial 911 and dial the fire department. If there's a medical emergency, you push the button on your phone and you dial 911 for emergency medical. You call a neighbor, you call a friend when you need your house painted, perhaps, or if you need some help moving furniture or bringing groceries in, your neighbor might come over and help you out. But if you were by yourself, either you alone or with another individual out of doors, would you know how to build a shelter? Would you know how to make an outdoor toilet? Would you know how to build a place where you would stay warmed? Would you know how to even identify plants that were edible to you that would not make you sick or even kill you? Would you even know how to hunt if it came down to it? Something to make you think about. So my point is, don't get so attached to being codependent. Be independent, because that could happen one day. And I do believe somewhere in the future, I won't say close future, middle future, far future, but somewhere in the future, you could be on the outside trying to survive. And let's say you had your children with you, those who do have children or grandchildren. Would you know how to provide for them in the wilderness, in the out of doors, raw, living off the land? So this is my proposal to you. I encourage you, if you don't know how to swim, learn how to swim. Teach your children how to swim. Number 2, learn how to fish. Not necessarily a rod and reel, but whatever it takes to catch fish. It could be a net. It could be something even primitive. But learn the concept of how to catch fish. Learn how to set up a snare or a trap if you had to catch an animal. Learn how to start a fire with a bow drill, or even with a convenient and conventional fire starter with magnesium. Learn how to start a fire. Learn how to build a habitat for outside. Learn how to find a place and to build a place to use the bathroom if you're out of doors. Learn how to do that. Learn to identify those things that you can eat when you're out of doors as far as plant life or vegetation is concerned. Learn those things. It could benefit you and your family somewhere along the way. It is important. And you know what? If you were placed in a situation like that, hypothetically, if you were placed in a situation like that, would you just slit your throat because you gave up? Because you felt hopeless? Because you didn't have the modern conveniences of home, of civilian life? I believe civilian life is not what it's all cracked up to be, because you find so many people, if a fly come in your house, or a bee comes in your house, or a grasshopper comes in your house, you screaming and you running through the house. But don't forget, man lived out of doors before he ever lived inside. So are we detached from our origin? I think so. Just something for you to think about. And I want you to tell me what you think about it by leaving a comment in the comment section below. So could you survive naked and afraid? Let me know. I'll see you in the next video. So long.